Hey Ninja Clan, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. First of all, apologise for not doing a video last week, but I did say a couple of years ago that I was not going to do one every week because I was struggling for ideas. But I'm back this week with one. As you can tell by the title, I am going to do my review on Star Wars 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Just before I get started though, I want to point out there may be spoilers in this, but I feel like everybody's probably seen it, or at least the people who want to see it have seen it, so I feel like spoilers won't be too much of a big deal. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, Star Wars 9, Rise of Skywalker. Plot is, when it is discovered that the evil Emperor Palpatine did not die at the hands of Darth Vader, the rebels must race against the clock to find out his whereabouts. Finn and Poe lead the resistance to put a stop to the First Order's plans to form a new empire, while Rey anticipates her inevitable conflict with Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo. It's interesting because I read a couple of different plots. That's what I went with, but there was another plot that mentioned things like the Wave Rider, Exegel, which is the planet where Palpatine is, his fleet of Star Destroyers. But I felt, so the plots kind of give away spoilers immediately. I mean, the first line in every spoiler talked about Emperor Palpatine still being alive. If you hadn't seen the movie, that's a spoiler right there. So I apologise, but I guess I did warn you at the start, there may be spoilers. So there's that. Yeah, I was not expecting him to be alive. That was a plot twist to me. Now, if you're a big Star Wars fan, there's probably mistakes with that plot, but I'm not a big enough fan to know what those mistakes are. So I'm not going to go on about that, because I'm not one of those big fans who says, oh, that's wrong, they shouldn't have that, you know, it's out of time, whatever. There's probably a bunch of them. I didn't notice them. I really enjoyed the movie. And so did most a lot of my friends who have seen it as well. So, the cast was Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, Daisy Ridley as Rey, Jason Boyega, forgive if I butchered that, as Finn, and Ian McDermott as Emperor Palpatine. So, my form, what I thought of it. Great special effects, action-packed, must watch, definitely go watch if you haven't seen it, epic, powerful visuals, just all around great movie. But it's interesting because there were some people who did not like this. A couple of the things I saw online was cringeworthy and overhyped. I personally love this movie. I would have given it a 9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 53. IMDb only gave it 5.9 out of 10. They're kind of low. And I found this online, which I'm going to read out. This was from a website called Midday, and I found this interesting because I completely disagree with what this said. But Midday.com says, and I quote, "The end to a 9-movie story that did not need to happen, in brackets, encompassing 40 years of franchise filmmaking, this Rise of Skywalker, also known as the last Star Wars movie, is an example of..." Don't move, page. Sorry. "Is an example of what happens when money becomes paramount in franchise building. Despite George Lucas' intermittent pronouncements about being done with the franchise, the Star Wars brand just got too big for that to happen. So when Disney paid Lucas $4 billion for the rights to his galaxy far, far away, in order to strip mine for its sort of passing of the saber from the old gen to the new lot, this mythology suffered big time. The result, a series of rather legend-hurting supplement films that took away from the nostalgia of a unique and unforgettable experience. The Star Wars franchise has since become an amusement ride for Disney. Nothing less, nothing more. The narrative here, constructed by Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio, references Return of the Jedi and bits and pieces of a semblance that fail to become meaningful. As a whole, the film becomes a series of random events that don't make much sense, and there's not much of a plot or motivation to go along with. The screenplay follows a predictable path, and the so-called twists harkens back to a past that we've already seen coming. I did not see the twist coming. I did not know that Palpatine was supposed to be alive. I did not know that Rey was going to be her daughter. I completely disagree with that. But not everybody enjoyed it, apparently. I did. Most of the friends I've talked to have seen it did. I have a friend who's already seen it twice and wants to go see it a third time. Peter Prisopoulos, what about you if you're watching this? He wants to go see it a third time. I'm tempted to go see it a second time with him, actually. I don't know about that. So, I'll see him on Sunday and I'll mention that if he hasn't already seen it the third time. Yeah. So my favourite scenes were when Rey first, when Ben Solo pushed her and she used Force Lightning. Because I saw that, I was watching that and I thought to myself, wait, she can use Force Lightning? I thought only the Emperor could do that. And I thought that I didn't know then, but I just thought to myself, oh, maybe, could she relate to the Emperor, maybe? I wasn't sure, and then when it reviewed that the Emperor was alive, I thought to myself, okay, right, that was the other thing that shocked me. Those two were very good plot twists. Other interesting parts of the story for me were the C-3PO, losing his memory. That was quite comical. C-3PO has kind of always been the comic relief, I feel like, in a lot of the movies, so him losing his memory was quite funny. Yeah, there's a lot of good scenes. I do slightly agree with the review when it says, you know, a lot of random events. There was a bit of jumping around from place to place, but it did make sense for what the plot actually was saying. So I enjoyed the Force Lightning scene. Went on a bit of tangent there. The other scene I enjoyed was the end battle when just tons and tons of ships turn up to help them win, and you see all the Star Destroyers falling. Will there be more Star Wars movies? I think so. I'm betting that there will be. There's a bunch of books out there that they could make movies from, including there's a series of books called The X-Wing Adventures, which are standalone stories about X-Wing pilots and their adventures. That could be something they could make movies out of. They could always do some more prequels, I reckon. They kind of need to do another sequel to kind of show people, hey, we can do sequels. Yes, okay, Solo was a fail, but we can do prequels. Here's our next try. Hopefully this will do better, because I mean, I enjoyed Solo. I didn't notice all the mistakes in it, like, even though there apparently were a lot, because I'm not that big a fan to notice all the mistakes. Yeah, I haven't even watched any of the seasons. I haven't watched The Mandalorian, even though it was raving about Baby Yoda. It was raving. I haven't watched the Clone Wars. I didn't know the bounty hunters got their armor from the Mandalorians. I know that because I've heard people talk about it. Anyway, so not everybody loved it, but a lot of people did. I recommend going seeing it. Box office records domestically, it got 481 million. Now it says internationally I got 519 million, but then it says worldwide I got 1 billion. What's the difference between internationally and worldwide? I'm not sure. But it's made 1 billion worldwide, and it's still showing in limited theatres around the place. Or at least here in Australia it is. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to see it if you haven't. Again, probably for spoilers. Yep, Rey, Palpatine's not dead. Rey is her daughter. And she can use Force Lightning apparently. At the end of the film, she does change her name to Skywalker. Yeah, as I said, I think Disney will still make more movies. They could potentially make more movies. Because here's what I think. Even though all the Star Destroyers at the end died, not all the little First Order bases and ships and stuff were there at the time. I'd say there's other small little First Order groups around that they could easily make movies out of if they want to. I don't think they were all at that planet at that time when that new because there was a new fleet of Star Destroyers that Palpatine was trying to plan. That pretty good. I also like the scenes where, because Ben and Rey have a connection, he can kind of almost project himself somewhere else, and they can fight even though they're in completely different places. I think that's kind of cool. There's probably something about the connection that I've forgotten from The Force Awakens, but that's like I said, not a fan. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. Hope there wasn't too many spoilers. I definitely recommend going to see it if you haven't. I won't say see you next week because I'm not sure if I have you next week or not. But I'll see you next time I do a video. Bye!